Gjert, great to meet you. I'm a long-time idol. First time ever seeing you in person. Always on YouTube. So thanks very much for having a few words with me. Narva, unbelievable performance tonight. 3:32, and you just told me off camera he came down from half marathon.
Yeah. That was his primary aim a few years ago, and then 10K and then 5K, and I convinced him that you are perfect for 1500, and the training we do is also perfect for 1500. You should try it. I think you can do well. And then okay, I'll try. And he did one attempt last year. And wow, but still it was 5K, the most important event. So this year he will go all in for 1500, and you can see by the results today that's where he should be in the 15.
What did you see in him that you thought he could be such a good 15?
I've been coaching him since he was 15.
Okay.
But having my own boys, it was difficult putting enough effort into his training, and his focus was also in doing good in the university. Now he's still in the university, but also doing good on the track. So you can do both.
So it's clear the Ingebrigtsen model doesn't only just work for Ingebrigtsens.
No, the model works for, and just by being here watching people do warm up and cool down, I see that many have adopted our way of doing things.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that.
And like, speak to me a bit more, like, you know, we talk about the threshold, the control training, like, you know, measuring the lactates, which keeps you under control, because I suppose working on that aerobic system, it's a zone that feels comfortable and it's easy to overdo it, but yet at the same time too, you need to have that turnover for the track. How do you manage the both of them together, and how does the athlete kind of feel that they can be confident knowing that this will pay off?
That's the difficult thing, because you have to put all your trust in the coach. So we don't do any tests to gain confidence. We do the training, and the training is volume based and threshold based, and we have made a composition that there's also some track work, but not much. So it's always a little uncertainty when you do your first track meets. So you have to rely on the system for a long time. It's no quick fix. You have to adapt to the system. It may take 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 years. But when you come out on the other side, having done all the work, you will guarantee success. Yeah.
And so, like, over the winter months and most majority of the year, you're building that aerobic system.
Yeah.
And obviously then at some point in the year you've got to hit those track workouts. But races.
Yeah.
So did he come in this evening with kind of very little prep for it in terms of on the track?
Yeah, we have done one race every week for 4 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
So the first race was in Karlsruhe on the 20th of May, and the next race was in Ordegem, and the third race was in Bergen last week, and this is the fourth, and hopefully we'll do Bislett as a fifth, and then doing those races you gradually build. He has improved for every race, and that's the way we do it. Like we train a decent volume also now, and it goes through the spring months, doing track sessions on track in competition,
and so
that builds confidence.
Like the summer season in terms of the summer months are quite short, so like majority of the year is not track season.
Yeah.
Like, is there any point in the year that you are touching off that when it's not track season?
No, we do some indoor races in January, February, and just to see, okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and then we go off again.
So do you feel for that threshold model it is important to be racing like during indoors to kind of prepare you more for outdoors, more for that shock to the system?
Yeah. Because you will not have those it's not like an amplified way of you will have, like you see Jacob, he is always doing good races. that's because you have a lot of training based in the system, and that's what Narvo also do. You have a good volume, a good base, and then you will never do bad races. You can do some races that are not top races, but never any bad ones. There's always high level all year. You can go directly from training and do a decent race all year because you have this base and you have it's stamina. You will always come out of that system with a good stamina. And that's from 50 and up. It's stamina, nothing else.
And do you think like there's an age time on these things? Like, you know, Jakob has been doing this from such a young age, this model. So like he's almost like, you know, he's such a head start on people who might be starting it later in life. Is it possible to get to that level, you know, if you haven't done it in your, say, teenage years?
If you have done something to create that base, never mind what you did, if you cycle, if you run, if you play football, whatever you do, to start early with that kind of training to build heart and then lungs. That's the engine. You have to train those things from early age when you are growing, because when you are finished growing, you have that you can't build any more physically. You can train what you have, but if you do like early start, you will grow your lungs and your heart will grow with your body, and you'll be a natural stamina.
Yeah.
You know what?
So definitely probably the view to be taking, I suppose, when you're a younger athlete. I suppose from younger athletes, we always get caught up in the next race, the next season. But I suppose it's so important to have that long-term vision of development that keeps you.
Never mind what you do, as long as you do some activity to build stamina. So if you play, never mind what you do, but do something. Don't sit in front of a computer, don't sit in front of television. Get out and do something. So,
Gjert, incredible insight. Thanks very much.
I have to see the 5K.
Best of luck. Thank you very much.